Hello, this is likely to be the last video I'll shoot this year on bare root strawberry plants. I've already popped two up. I'm going to jog your memory, cut you back to those two, just small excerpts from them to show you how we got to where we are today. If you remember, some weeks ago I sent for these bare root strawberry plants. They were rammed through my letterbox. Every plant was damaged, and this is the result of being rammed through a letterbox. Everything that was growing on there has been snapped off, and I'm guessing that's when this package was rammed through the letterbox. Blimey, these guys could have done with being in a small box. Look at that, all the growing tips snapped off, every one. This is terrible. Man, your excitement doesn't half wane once you come up against something like this. That one, probably the smallest one in there, undamaged. I'll show you what comes out of this bag. My, it's carnage. Snapped. Look at that. Snapped. That might as well come off, that's going to do nothing. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, that one's intact, and that one has been snapped off. Look at that. Blimey. Right, let's put all the damage to one side of this tray. Let's have a look at it. Hold on. We'll count these plants before we assess the rest of the damage. Wait till I empty out of this bag. Wait till you see what comes out of this bag. Right, what we got here? One. So we've got exactly what we paid for. We've got 10 bare root plants, bare root strawberry plants. And we've also got this. I mean, come on. Come on, they're the growing tips. This is all new growth. Well, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. And I will get back onto the company that I bought these from and tell them I'm disappointed. And yeah, I'll send them a photograph and show you what their strawberry plants look like once the Royal Mail has rammed them through your letterbox. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's get these things into water and let's get them hydrated. So, while these bare roots have been soaking in this water, I've half filled 10 of these yogurt pots. I've half filled them with compost. I've got some more compost here. This compost is quite damp, that compost is quite damp. I also had my tea while I was away and got an email off to the supplier, and lo and behold, the supplier's got straight back to me and said basically, don't panic, plant them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to plant them and see how they go. Oh, don't panic, plant them. Right, well, let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one in each of these yogurt pots. Then I'm going to move the whole shebang around so I can get my compost up onto the table. I mean, you'd have to say these are quite substantial root systems, aren't they? I mean, look at that. Come on, that should grow, shouldn't it? Okay, now one thing that was drummed home on YouTube about planting these bare root cuttings, and strawberries in particular, is to make sure that only the roots go under the soil. So we want none of this stock, none of these shoots, none of the stuff above the roots under the soil. So that's what we're going to try and achieve here. Right, let me just pick up this small trowel. Here we go. Yeah, that looks okay to me. What about you? Let's give this a shake. Right. That looks okay to me. Just the roots under the compost, everything else above it. One down, 9 to go. Right, only a couple to go. Now, as I've said, the compost is already wet. And all I've got to do is keep it wet for success. I think I can manage that. Yeah, I think I can manage that. Well, as you can see, I wasn't very happy, and I did get back in touch with the company, and they did send me some replacements. I intercepted those replacements. They didn't go through the letterbox, and I've got those away, and I'm going to show you those plants, the development of those plants, in a minute. But first I want to show you the 3 survivors from the original 10. Check these out. These are the only 3 strawberries that made it from that original batch of 10. I've got the other strawberries behind me now. You might be able to see them in the corner of the shot. I'll bring them up shortly. But let's have a look at these. Let's just move a couple to one side, and let's have a look, see what sort of root system these strawberries are developing. Hey, we're happy with that. We're happy with that. When these plants were potted up, the roots on the bare root strawberry plant were brown. All this white that you see are new roots. Yeah. So these 3 are definitely going to go. And let's hope the other 10 that I'm going to put on the table will go just as well as these 3. Maybe even better, who knows. This is the video of the replacement plants. And as you can see, because they haven't been damaged in transit, they stood a much better chance. Okay, so as you could see, I wasn't very happy. But a couple of emails later, we've got some replacements. Free of charge, as you would expect. I haven't opened this packet yet. I've got to tell you that this packet did not come through our letterbox. This packet did not come through our letterbox, so I'd expect all of these plants to be in good condition. We'll just gently open this packet and see what we've got here. I've got everything ready for this. I've got water ready to hydrate them. I've got compost ready to plant them. Yeah, we're ready for this. Yep, that one looks okay. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one looks okay. Yeah, and these 2 look okay. So I think we've possibly only lost one to the Royal Mail, but we'll plant it. We'll try and get it away. So let's finish this job. Let's lay these guys out. That one's just fallen off, but I think we've got a viable shoot here. Look, That's just fallen off. That must have suffered some damage in the post as well. I can see where it's come from. But hey, we've got a viable shoot, so we're okay. Right. Let's move this water out of the way. And let's start planting strawberries. How's that looking? All we need to do now is give them a little drink of water. Not that they need it, I'm going to give them a little drink anyway. And we'll see how they go. So we're up and running again with our 10 bare-root strawberry plants. One other thing I want to show you in this video, totally unrelated to strawberry plants, but something I showed you earlier on in the year when I was moving tomatoes into this greenhouse, tomato plants, and I also grew a cucumber called burpless. Oh, it's only a small cucumber, it usually only grow about 4 to 6 inches in length. This is one. And I told you about a cucumber counter. Can't you remember? I invented it on the hoof, a cucumber counter, so that at the end of the growing year we could see how many cucumbers that particular plant had produced. Hey, check this out. Cucumber counter. It's a cucumber counter, honest, it's a cucumber counter. Now there are a couple of cucumbers still on this plant, but as we move into the colder months, I don't know how long it'll produce, and that's something you might be able to give me some advice on. Should I just keep it going for as long as it wants to go? Because I would like to clean the greenhouse out during the colder months and give it a good tidy up. But if I've got plants still producing, why would I take them out? It's just a choice I've got to make. Might be a choice you've already made or made in previous years. Hey, just give me some advice. Right, let's see how many cucumbers we've had this year. Oh, by the way, before we do that, how many cucumbers have you had off your cucumber this year? Do you know? Make a guess. Next year, no guessing. Next year, cucumber counter. Okay. Every time I take a cucumber off, I put a pebble in the pot. Hey, look at that. Right. Hope all these guys are in shot. Let me see if I can just space them out. How's that looking? How many cucumbers is that? You want me to count them? I'll get it wrong. Now let's try and line them up, and then I won't jump across lines. A line, a line, a line, and a line. How's that? Right, let's see if I can get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 cucumbers this plant has given me, and there are a couple on there now, and there are flowers on the plant. Wow, that's prolific, is it not? Anyway, that's by the by. We're going to talk about strawberries now. But if you have any advice on what I should be doing with this cucumber plant, now we're moving into the colder months, yeah, please tell me. Right, let's get the other strawberry plants up on the table. These are the strawberry plants now, and as you can see, they've come on really well. They're all starting to throw flowers up. And presumably, if those flowers get pollinated, they'll produce fruit. Now that's something I wasn't expecting. Bearing in mind, we are in the middle of our first autumn month, here in the UK. The days aren't as warm as they used to be. The days aren't as long as they used to be. We're heading towards winter. And my concern is that there'll be no pollinators to pollinate these for starters. There are less flying insects about as we move into winter. But also, isn't it the wrong time of year for strawberries to be producing fruit? This is a first for me, as I've said in previous videos, and I'm restating in this video. What do I do? Can I really expect these strawberries to produce fruit in winter? I don't think so. I don't think so. But hey, if you've grown strawberries before, let me know. Tell me just to leave well alone. Tell me just to keep watering them, and that's what I'll do, and we'll get what we get. Or tell me to nip these flowers out and let all the strength of the plant stay in the plant until next year. Let the plant concentrate on growing a bigger root system, so that when I pot them up at the beginning of next year, they're a big root system and they're ready to go. What I want to try and avoid is, if I'm not going to get any fruit this year, then what's the point of leaving these flowers on? Letting them take energy from the plant and producing nothing. Should I just pinch them out, or should I just let them go? What do you think? Have you ever been in this predicament? What do you do? I don't know what to do, and that's the reason for this video. And I'm hoping that someone will come back and tell me, yeah, this is what I do, and this is the best way to go about it. This will be my advice. So I'm looking for advice on where to go next with these strawberries. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you'll respond to my request for information. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.